Steep mountain cliffs might not be the most obvious place to look for food, but that does unstop these daring animals from scaling some of the world's most treacherous rock faces. So why do they do it? Well, for most, it's all about the grub. But in the case of bighorn sheep, there's something else going on here too. Something strange, something they can't help. Hi, I'm the host, and you're watching this channel. And today, we're answering the extraordinary question: why are bighorn sheep addicted to climbing rocks? Bighorn sheep live up to their name by feeding on the tough, leathery leaves of mountain plants known as lichens. You can find these guys growing on rocks, soil, even trees. They come in many different colors and consist of a combination of fungus and algae, or cyanolycaria. In general, lichens aren't considered particularly nutritious. In fact, they often touted as a survival food that you can forage in the wilderness if you ever get stranded. That said, for bighorn sheep, they're a real treat, and this is especially true of the species found in the Rocky Mountains, which contain high levels of calcium, magnesium, and sodium carbonate. A tasty mineral mouthful, and while the exact reason for this craving remains unknown, scientists believe the sheep may also be after the psychoactive chemicals that lichens produce to defend themselves against being eaten. After all, the animals don't seem to mind when they're licked, only when they eat it. So whatever substance it is that they're after, it doesn't stick around once it's been chewed up. This lichen addiction first became apparent in the 1940s, when park rangers noticed bighorn sheep obsessively licking rocks in Arches National Monument. At first, they assumed the sheep were trying to get at the small insects that sometimes grow on rocks, or that they were using them to scrape off the old outer layer of their skin. But this behavior didn't make much sense. Not only do rocks not taste good, they're also terrible for your teeth. That's why it was so surprising to learn that sheep will travel miles out of their way to visit their favorite lick. Some even travel more than 60 kilometers each year just to get their fix. It's also pretty common for sheep to return to the same rock multiple times per day. So, what exactly is it about rocks that the sheep crave? Nobody knows for sure. One researcher suggested the sheep may actually be going through a form of self-medication, seeking out these minerals to supplement their diet with extra calcium. This would explain why the sheep are drawn to rocks during late summer, fall, and early winter, since that's when their kids are born and they need more nutrients than usual. Others think the sheep may be seeking out the neuroactive chemicals produced by lichens as a way to combat boredom. If that's true, they're definitely not alone. Humans use substances found in nature for similar reasons. Whatever the reason, bighorn sheep are willing to take big risks to get their fill. Because while lichens are a great source of minerals, rocks are not. Not unless you're a bighorn sheep. All that climbing means the animals need to be in peak physical condition. Luckily, their hooves are made for scaling sheer cliff faces. They feature 2 toes connected by a flexible membrane, giving them impressive traction on rock. Their curved horns also help with balance, while their cloven hoofs give them incredible grip strength. But all these advantages don't mean the sheep are invincible. One wrong move, and they could easily be met with a swift and painful end. Falls from great heights are one of the leading causes of injury and death in bighorn sheep. And when you watch these animals scale the cliffs, you can see how easy it would be for one to slip. Even so, bighorn sheep can scale cliffs that are 50 to 60 degrees. That's almost vertical. Other animals, like goats, can do this too. But bighorn sheep are generally much more successful at reaching their destination, thanks to their sheer determination. When they really want something, they won't stop until they get it. Are these guys true daredevils, or just plain old addicts? Who cares? Either way, their obsession has made them some of nature's most extreme climbers. So, would you dare climb like them? Comment below and let us know.